feel today? Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! And let's go to that! And let's go to that!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? And let's go to that. And let's go to that.
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin strap. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from them. He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man. You ought to make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like.
Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? And let's go to that. And let's go to that. It's a wrap. Game over.
Hey, now, what you say? It is Talk Your Team Tuesday. I'm AJ Jones and got a lot to talk about. Hope everybody's been well since we last got together. Want to jump on today and get one in. A lot going on. Of course, the NBA finals are done. Got them out of the way. Now we're getting ready for the NBA draft. The WNBA is, of course, doing its thing. Big game this past weekend between the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever with Angela Reese and the Chicago Sky getting the win and moving into the final playoff spot with a few games left to play. So that has been interesting. And as far as performance went, Angela Reese outplayed 25 points, 16 rebounds, her counterpart on the other side. So again, a lot happening there. But man, what I want to talk about today is Angel. Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you. I don't know. You know me. You know me. I'm a little goofy. I'm not trying to. Angel Reese. Yeah, I don't know why I was saying Angela. I get a little goofy. I own my mistakes, though. I own my mistakes, unlike some other folks out there in the business. But anyway, Angel Reese. Yeah, gotta give her love because the girl played her butt off. 25 and 16, and sparked her team to come back from a 15-point deficit in the second half. So got to give love to Angel Reese. Of course, I'll be done edited that first part out. And, Anyway, Donna, how you been? I'm always say thank you for your service, but I hope you've been well. So anyway, y'all been checking out these Olympic trials, track and field. Oh, my God. Them things have been crazy. I literally rushed home from a meeting last night to catch as much as I could. And man, did it go down last night in the women's 800 meters. I don't know if y'all remember that one of our interns on the lunch break when I was with KYOK was none other than Raven Rogers, who in the last Olympics got a bronze medal. Well, she will not be trying to defend or improve on that bronze medal because she came in 7th last night because the lady who won the gold, Athing Mo, tripped and fell. In fact, it was Raven and Athing that got tangled up. For all of those who are saying it was intentional on Raven's part, stop it. It was not. It was not. A thing tried to cut over like they are allowed to do. And unfortunately, her legs and Raven's legs got tangled up. And a thing Mo went down, finished in 9th place. Raven could not recover from the mix up and finished in 7th place. So you got the gold medalist from the last Olympic Games and the bronze medalist from the last Olympic Games who will not be competing in the 800 meters. Now, there's some talk. I don't know if they're entered into the 1500 meters or not. If they are, and they, then they'll have a chance to make the team in that discipline. And there's talk about maybe a thing Mo trying to run a 400-meter race. She won't be able to do it in the Olympic trials. Trying to run a 400-meter race and get a qualifying time to be added to the 4x4 relay team. But that's a long shot. That is a long shot. So my heart breaks. In fact, I got firsthand knowledge on how they were doing. I don't know how many of y'all remember my client, Dr. Sharifa Barksdale, The Last Hurdle, a project that we're still working on. Got some things happening with it, but nothing yet solid. She is at the Olympic trial. She works for the U.S. Track and Field organization, and she has checked on both of them. She says, obviously, they are devastated, but both of them are doing okay, and they're trying to figure out what their next step is. So for those who don't know, the 400 meters, you take, of course, the top 3 qualifiers in the Olympic trials, and then you're able to take up to 7 400-meter runners because of the 4x4 relay and the 4x4 mixed relay. So you're able to take extra runners because of that. So if there's an outside shot that either a thing or Raven can get a qualifying time in a sanctioned 400-meter race between now and the Olympics, but the chances of them doing it are slim. I think both of them are just going to, pull back. A thing has been injured most of the year. A lot of folks coming for her. Well, she didn't run all year long and she was selective, and her coach, Bob Kersey, played a dangerous game with her career and it didn't work out. That's not what happened. A thing Mo has been hurt all year long. And yes, these are some of her first races, but it is because she has been injured. And for those similar to the WNBA who don't follow the sport on a regular basis, don't understand these things, and then they make very rash and crazy comments. But the truth of the matter is, a thing Mo has been injured all year long. Raven's even overcoming some injuries herself, so they're not in. And that's going to be very interesting because it opens the field up. There are a couple of ladies over in Europe that I think one of them got the silver medal last year or last Olympics. That Mara is her name. She's prohibited favorite. She's the prohibitive favorite. So we'll see how things go. So that's what happened in the 800 meters. And then let me just kind of go through some others, because there are a couple of young people that are taking the sport by storm. One of them is in the 100 meters. A young man by the name. Hold on, I'm looking. Oh no, I'm on the wrong thing. Hold on. 100 meters finals. There we go. 100-meter finals. Of course, Noah Lyles took that, and Noah Lyles is, oh my God, the brother's fast. 9.83, got that. Kenny Bednarik at 9.87 came in second. Fred Curley came in third at 9.88. But there's a young man who's a high schooler by the name of Christian Miller that came in fifth at 9.98. And the question is whether or not he will be invited to be on the 4x1 relay. I don't know if he will be, but again, that young man is just amazingly fast and is still in high school. So again, congratulations to Noah Lyles, who walked the talk and did what he said he was going to do. Kenny Bernard, they call him the samurai, and he's got a martial arts spin to his stick. We'll see how things go with him. And Fred Curley's just I call him the Joe Frazier of the 100 meters, because while Noah Lyles is real verbose and flamboyant and all of that kind of stuff, Fred Curley is just nothing extra, and got in there and got that number 3 to get on the Olympic team. So we'll see how things go for him. I want to get to the women. Of course, you know what the women did. You already know that Sha'Carri Richardson is the fastest, baddest thing, but 2 of her teammates, her workout partners, also made it. Sha'Carri Richardson going with 10.71, fastest in the world this year. Melissa Jefferson, one of her workout partners, 10.81. That's her personal best. And then Tawanisha Terry is going at 10.89. They are definitely going to give the world, particularly the Jamaicans, a run for their money. I think Sha'Carri Richardson has a chance to take the gold. So anyway, I'm telling you, if you've not been keeping up with the Olympic trials, they have been fantastic. We'll take a break. I'll be right back with more right after this on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV.
What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and what Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Hi, I'm Laura Williams, coming to you from Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. Here we've got tons of inventory here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, ranging from XT4s to XT6 and from CT4 to CT6. We've got tons of certified pre-owned inventory here. Come see us here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. You can contact Laura Williams at 281-224-3666.
Steph Curry, Tim Anderson, Jordan Alvarez, and it's caught. Debo Samuel with the catch.
Michael Jordan can sense
The Fro just got the king.
BS3 Network.
The hottest of hot takes. The coldest of cold hard facts. This is Snowman in the Morning with Gold Johnson. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
All right, y'all be sure and check out my brother Snowman in the Morning, and tell him AJ sent you. Of course, they're part of the BS3 family, and we always support each other. All right, hey, one more thing before we get off the track and field. One more thing. Snoop Dogg has been hilarious as a part of the track and field events going on out in Eugene, Oregon. And I'm just glad to see him out there. I know a lot of y'all ain't Snoop Dogg fans. A lot of y'all think back to who he was in the past and what have you. But I literally said, man, from rags to riches, because that brother went from the life that he was living back in the day many years ago to literally being mainstream and helping to promote the Olympics. Otto Bolen even said that the Olympic trials have gathered a $5.3 million TV rating, a million viewer TV rating, and that is one of the highest. And I'm excited about it, man. That's why we're trying to talk about it. You know, all the fans of one particular basketball player was like, oh, if she was on the team, the ratings would be higher and the this and the that. You've got millions of people that already watch the Olympics that have nothing to do with one player. You got millions of people. Olympics is global. WNBA is statewide. We'll put it that way. So let's just let's just, again, leave that there. It's not a popularity contest. If it was, a thing Mo would be going to the Olympics in spite of having come in dead last in the finals of the Olympics. Sha'Carri Richardson would have went to the last Olympics instead of having been left off. So it's not a popularity contest. It is about the top 3 in each discipline going to the Olympics. All right, let me put that aside for a second. And family, we haven't talked in a while. Can we talk? Keith Hennick, Donna Coleman-Holman, all mad. Can we talk? I am really concerned about a couple of these broadcast journalists out there, if you want to call them that. I'm more liking them to former players. I'm going to call a couple of names. Le'Veon Bell, Shady McCoy, LaShawn McCoy, Shady McCoy, Emmanuel Acho. There's another guy that I'm halfway getting ready to throw in there. I liked him, but I'm starting to see some things come out of his mouth that are like, so I'm going to leave his name off for right now. But those names that I just named, I'm worried about these brothers. Like, why do they come for people who are not bothering them in any way? And it is beyond journalism. It is beyond broadcasting. There is one guy that I feel like people need to just leave this dude alone. He didn't say anything bad or do anything bad when he was at his former team, and now they have followed him to his new team and are talking about this dude like crazy, and the dude's name is Justin Fields. What has Justin Fields done to Le'Veon Bell, done to Emmanuel Acho, done to Shady McCoy, that these dudes can't just leave him alone? The brother has been in minicamp. The brother has been in mandatory OTA, organized team activities. The brother is getting ready to start training camp. And all they talk about is how bad he is and his demeanor when he's talking to the media, and his balls are coming out late. The dude is with a brand new team, with a brand new offensive coordinator, with brand new wide receivers, and all they want to do is talk about how bad the dude is. The dude has not been a problem off the field. The dude was playing for one of the worst organizations in a long, long time. The Bears have been historically bad. And y'all expected a young quarterback to come in and save the day? I'm just like, what did this dude do? I mean, let's just talk, family. Can we talk? Can we talk? Donna Coleman-Holman, Ben Sutter III, Keith Hennick. What did Justin Fields do to somebody's wife or somebody's mama or somebody's girlfriend that these folks come at this dude just relentlessly? It's almost embarrassing. Like, what has this dude done to anybody? It's likened, and to me, it's no coincidence that Russell Wilson and Justin Fields end up on the same team in the same organization under that team's head coach. Because, man, no two quarterbacks have been vilified unjustly more than Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. I don't get it. And now, they're leaving Russ alone a little bit because Russ is getting more reps with the number ones, and Russ is getting out in the community to show that he is not, this unapproachable prima donna and all that. But those were not tags that he gave himself. You had former players, and I'm gonna put Richard Sherman in there. These are things that people said about these guys, and other folks agreed with it, so they counted them to be facts. Whether they were true or not, because people thought it and other folks said it, then they agree with it. That's called mob mentality. That's called mob mentality. If you just go along with what other people say that you thought and it not be true, that's called mob mentality. And I tell you what, I am rooting for Justin Fields. I am rooting for Russell Wilson. I'm hoping, watch this, I'm hoping that Russ plays so well that he gets another big contract. I'm hoping Justin Fields is so coveted that maybe another team not named Pittsburgh will want to pick him off of their roster and let him be great there. I'm praying for both of them to come up so that Shady McCoy, Le'Veon Bell, Emmanuel Acho, and this other dude that I'm not going to name will just shut up. I mean, damn, leave those dudes alone, man. Our job does not give us the ability to make up stuff about other people. That's just not true. That's not journalism. That's not broadcast journalism. That's trash. That is gossip. Those are rumors. And let's just be real, they're lies. And I love that they're both under Mike Tomlin. I love that they're both under Mike Tomlin. I do. Because all Mike Tomlin has done every year of his career is shut the haters up. Oh, haters are going to hate. Don't get it wrong. If he won a Super Bowl, they would still say, yeah, but hell, they did it here in Houston to Dusty Baker. And how's that working out for you now? How the Astros looking now? It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, is it? Dusty did more with less, and now y'all are suffering because you got what you asked for. It's going to be the same thing with, but see, that's the thing. Let me stop that. Let me correct that. Le'Veon Bell, Emmanuel Acho, Shady McCoy, none of them dudes will ever be held accountable. They will never be held accountable. None of them. But all they're doing is going after two good dudes for no reason. Justin Fields ain't never been in trouble. He never drinking and driving, never beat his girlfriend, his wife, never stole money or embezzled anything, never raped anybody, never done anything. That's the guy you want to go after. That's the guy you want to make to be a pariah. Same thing with Russell Wilson. I mean, give me a break. Folks are mad because the dude is too positive. I don't get it. I don't get it. And my thing is, just because you have a mouth and a platform doesn't make your opinion fact. I'm serious, man. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of Emmanuel Acho. I'm sick and tired of Le'Veon Bell. I used to cut for that dude. I used to think Le'Veon Bell was one of the best running backs in the game. And when you add the personality with what he could do, the personality, unfortunately, outweighs his greatness on the field. The dude is trash. His comments are trash. His attitude is trash. Bro, if you're unhappy with your life, seek help. And Emmanuel Acho, we know what that is. We know what that is. Shady McCoy, I'm sorry your career didn't work out the way you want. I know you've got millions and millions more than me. I get that. But your millions don't make you better because clearly you got problems. Leave them dudes alone, man. Leave Justin Fields alone. Leave Russell Wilson alone. Y'all, you know, there are so many other dudes that they can turn that energy towards. Aaron Rodgers. So Mike Patton, touring the AFC South, was on. He wasn't on the show, but he was tuned in a couple of weeks ago. And I was saying how, you know, this dude has already had unexcused absences, and he's supposed to be the leader of that organization. All Matt, I'm going to address that before I get off. All Matt has a comment. I'm going to address that before I get off because that was one of my favorite boxers, and my heart goes out to him and his family. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Anyway, this dude, Mr. I'm going to be this and I'm going to be that and and then he's got unexcused absences. This team tried to ball out last year without you. People's careers were on the line last year without you. And this is how you lead them this year? And Mike Patton said, hey, man, I thought that, you know, it was approved. And then he later found out that it wasn't. And the head coach didn't know about the absences. And then all of a sudden, he said, not a good look. It's not a good look, period. And I'm not coming from Mike Patton. Mike Patton's my boy. One of the most brilliant dudes in this game. He should get the platform that Shady McCoy and Le'Veon Bell and Knucklehead Acho have. Turn your energy to Aaron Rodgers. This dude is literally playing in the face of a whole franchise. His old butt needs to go ahead and retire somewhere and just be a Fox News analyst, because that's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. Remember how they came for Colin Kaepernick? Oh, he don't want to play football. He wants to be an activist. Aaron Rodgers wants to be a political MAGA activist. Let him go do it. Turn your energy to him, but they don't want to put that energy on him. They don't want to put that energy on him. Aaron Rodgers will never be in the discussion with Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, and Joe Montana as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. He will never be in that discussion. Never. He's got just as many rings as Trent Dilfer and Brad Johnson. Just as many. Keith Hennig, you're right. Let him. And I can't even, watch this. I can't even dog Baker Mayfield out on this one, because the same thing I'm saying about Justin Fields and Russell Wilson, Baker Mayfield has had some of those problems. Drunk driving, trying to run from the police, trying to be a big head, a showboat. Russell Wilson and Justin Fields never did those things. And I'm not even making it about race. I'm just saying they never did those things. Baker Mayfield did, and he has turned his life around, has gotten another chance, and got rewarded for it. They didn't come after Baker like that. All I'm saying is, man, you picking the wrong dudes. Them dudes ain't done nothing. Those are two good dudes. And I'm glad they're in Pittsburgh. I really expect the Steelers to have a breakout year. Quick break, and I'm going to come back and talk about the two things Allmad just put up. Allmad is like programming the show today. I'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
This is a BS3 Network presentation. Politics.
They'll write the law, but they'll enforce it differently. Is that going to apply both ways?
Religion.
God never said that we can't reason together. Matter of fact, he said, let us sit and reason together.
Relationship.
I believe that everybody wants and needs somebody.
From a man's perspective.
They say, girls, if I put some polish on that and get him to buy some different clothes, girl, he could be a winner chicken dinner.
Join the thought engineer.
There's nothing wrong with me developing my piece and you developing your piece, but understand the goal is to come together.
And comedian John Yogi.
Negro, I don't need you putting on no chapstick up there in the pulpit. You do that over there in your chair.
Get ready for
Man Talk Monday. Woo!
Live every Monday at 7 p.m. Central.
Hi, I'm Laura Williams coming to you from Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. Here we've got tons of inventory here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, ranging from XT4s to XT6 and from CT4 to CT6. We've got tons of certified pre-owned inventory here. Come see us here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. You can contact Laura Williams at 281-224-3666.
Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
All right, we're back here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. I got 1 minute to cover two things. Number one, the Los Angeles Lakers introduced JJ Redick as their coach. And Allmad playing games, he said, next NBA Coach of the Year, JJ Redick. No, bro, no. And I'm going to just go ahead and say this real quick. I don't like JJ Redick. I don't give him no credit. I can't wait till they play the Milwaukee Bucks. And I'm serious. I want Doc to outcoach his behind in droves, like run circles around him and dog walk him. I really do. But here's the reality, and I'm ready to say it and just leave it alone. The problem in LA with the Lakers is not JJ Redick. It's not LeBron James. It's not Anthony Davis. It's not anybody else except Jeannie Buss. It's time. It's time. Jeannie Buss has not done a great job of running her father's team since she took over. Yeah, they have the championship. They got one. They got that in the bubble. Congratulations. But the team has been in luxury tax hell since she took over. They've been in financial cap hell. They have not been able to get the free agents that they needed to put around LeBron James to win multiple championships. Rob Pelinka was a bad hire. Jeannie Buss is the problem. It's just time to go ahead and call it what it is. Jeannie Buss is the problem in LA. It's not JJ Redick. And I don't care how it works out. I don't care how it works out. Jeannie Buss is the problem in LA. The phone call is coming from inside the house. The call is coming from inside the house, and it's Jeannie Buss. And I'm a longtime Laker fan. I'm a longtime Laker fan before Magic Johnson. I with Stormin' Norman Nixon. That's how far I go back with the LA Lakers. So it's Jeannie Buss, and they're never going to be great until she quits doing business the way she's doing it. I mean, the report where she revoked the privileges of Jerry West because the man said she shouldn't be dating the head coach. Come on, y'all. Jeannie Buss is the problem there. And then last and certainly not least, before I go, I got to read this right from the source. This comes from one of my favorite boxers of all time, Roy Jones Jr. He said, unfortunately, my son, DeAndre, took his own life on Saturday. He says, I'm so thankful that God allowed me to come home Friday night to spend the last night of his life with me and the family. I know a lot of people are going through tough times right now, but nothing is worth taking your own life. God gives it, and God should be the one to take it away. Please respect our privacy while my family and I process this loss. Thank you for the love and the support, Roy Jones Jr. Let me tell you, I have two sons and I have daughters. I don't ever want to be in that situation. My sincere thoughts and prayers go out to Roy Jones Jr., his family, and everyone who has suffered the loss of a child over suicide. It's tough out here, man. It's real stuff going on in other people's lives. And even where there's not real stuff going on, there's perceived stuff going on. Not everybody processes everything the way we want them to. So parents, let me ask you this. Please make sure you're checking in with your children. Please make sure you're doing everything you can to get them the help that they need. And if you are going through what Roy Jones and others have gone through, just know my sincere thoughts and prayers are with you. Not thoughts and prayers like, being flippant. I mean sincere, because I tell you, I don't ever want to experience that. And I hate that you are experiencing it too. Listen, that's going to do it for the show today. Tomorrow will be Winning Wednesday. Tomorrow, I'm going to break out the power rankings for the quarterbacks by each division. I'm going to tell you who I think the best quarterbacks in AFC East, South, North, and West, NFC East, South, North, and West. I'll be doing that tomorrow on Winning Wednesday. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you. There's nothing you can do about it except tune in tomorrow and check in with your families. Okay? All right, y'all. God bless.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today, it's Tuesday, June 25th, 2024. Number 1, Monday marked 2 years since the United States Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade decision, ending the constitutional right to abortion. The High Court's ruling in favor of Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization triggered a number of state laws affecting millions of women, making abortion illegal. Currently, 14 states have near total bans on abortion. President Biden issued a statement Monday in which he blamed Donald Trump for appointing conservative justices who ripped away the fundamental freedoms of women. And Vice President Harris told a Maryland audience, in the case of the stealing of reproductive freedoms from the women of America, Donald Trump is guilty. Number 2, student debt forgiveness has been one of the core promises of the Biden administration. As the president tried to solidify Democratic support among black voters, the What You Need to Know newsletter encountered an interesting group. Black voters who had their debt forgiven, but they didn't want to go public about it. Contributor Cameron Riley writes about the distrust from black voters when it comes to student loan forgiveness. Number 3, CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. It has 2 commonly known versions. For healthcare providers and those trained, conventional CPR using chest compressions and mouth-to-mouth breathing at a ratio of 30:2 compressions to breaths. For the general public or bystanders who witness an adult suddenly collapse, compression-only CPR or hands-only CPR. That's CPR without the mouth-to-mouth breaths. Number 4, video of a violent arrest involving Zakaria Bowles, a black woman in Manchester, Georgia, has resurfaced. The investigation of the incident revealed that Officer Donovan Scott Sinclair has been involved in a similar incident. The local NAACP chapter called for the Georgia Bureau of Investigation to investigate the incident and called for the officer to be fired. Officer Scott Sinclair is still on active duty. Number 5, real estate investors need to understand tax deductions to maximize profitability and minimize tax liabilities. Tax deductions for real estate investors include mortgage interest, property taxes, depreciation, repairs, operating expenses, and losses. Our celebrity CPA to the stars, Katrina M. Kraft, dives into real estate tax deductions in today's newsletter. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Forgiveness is a powerful act of self-care, allowing you to release the burden of anger and resentment. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with comedian Damon Williams, contributor Cameron Riley, and producer Ahmed Gordon as we discuss today's top headlines and more. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed. Be empowered.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.